All right, here we go again. So, watching the Sunday live session of the LDS General Conference. I'm going to turn that down a little bit. Music getting a little carried away there. Oh, maybe it was. When did it start? Oh, it's 10:30. Okay, so it started at 9:30 our time, I guess. Wait a minute. Where? Oh no, Central is. That's where I. Oh, I started at what? Still doesn't make sense to me. 10:30. It's only 10. Oh, I see. It's going to start in a half hour. It's just music. Okay. Or it's maybe pre-recorded. I don't know. Well, again, it is what it is. But there's things that shouldn't have been done. There's things that shouldn't be done. Again, we can't even get to the point of condemnation of sin when we have such organized criminal effort destroying people's lives, including people just simply trying to get to church, whether it be government, private sector, or otherwise. Thank you, sir. I mean, put these devils into my life, I wouldn't even be around anything like that had I lived the life I was supposed to live. There are supposed to, all of you. Like if I go out of that, that's YouTube probably would make a different window. That's a nice monitor. I can't complain one bit. I mean, I think this is one of the better purchases I've made on Amazon in a long time. I guess we're just going to listen to music here for a bit. So this is what I want to. Again, I told you before, and again, I'm not a closet LDS member. Again, I'm actually in now because when they there's a difference when I walk up to the screen and they go brothers and sisters. I'm now part of that. Like when the president or whoever is speaking. So, but what it is this: their videos were great. There's a possibility that God could bring something like that. Do I agree with every one of their teachings? I yield to the Jewish concept that, you know, to not believe any of it, or not to believe all of it is a little bit far fetched, or beyond maybe something everybody could agree with. But to not believe any of it is probably even further out there. And I think that's where a lot of people are in many churches. It's just, again, maybe protection from the deep state if you happen to find an honest church. Oh my God, brother. Oh my God, brother. Yeah, I'm 60 years old. I can accept hearing loss, but the level that it happened and the way it happened, no, it's not acceptable to the Lord, therefore it's not acceptable to me. And that's how that works. And I challenge anybody to say it's acceptable to the Lord to do what you all did to me. I challenge anybody, even the Pope himself, if he were part of it. Or even, President, what's Nelson his name? Right. I told you for years you're going to break something that I can't fix. I mean, look at the world. Look at the Look at the government; it's just in shambles. Well, theoretically, if you did it right, you would have had 4 years to fix everything. Again, Glenn Youngkin, I think, is up for, or his seat's up. Let me see here. Actually, it's up here. Glenn Youngkin and Sears. So, Lieutenant Governor Earl Sears is running, and I think she has a greater chance. Than most would. They leaked some oil. The GOP gubernatorial frontrunner downplays job losses tied to Trump-era cuts. That's, it's going to be a death knell for her with that. I mean, they're going to run on the same stuff, but, I think people fell in line with a lot of that before all this happened. Who's the Democratic challenger? Who do we have going there? That's important to know. Democratic Party challenger for governor of Virginia. Okay, somebody named Spamberger. What is going on here? I'm trying to figure out where all this is. I have no idea where this audio is coming in from. Oh, over here. All right. Thank you. All right. Kind of close down these extra windows. Gosh, I got a ton of windows open on this device. All right. All right. So, all right. So, what is this doing? All right. General Conference, LDS. Watch now. No, I mean, what they're doing is enabling possession, and that's what they're doing. But it also involves physical and psychological movements. It's just Oh, there she already texted me. Mm. No, they have to get away from me. They can't continue on. Mm. It's so funny, that video I did with the Torah. That's actually an LDS video sound clip in the background. Well, it is what it is. No, it'd been nice to have a normal life and to get to doctors. And again, I wasn't doing anything to restrict myself. That's 100% sure. I mean, it just boggles the mind that they're allowed to do that. I mean, it's purely satanic. I mean, government people around me are operating such a satanic system. It involves possession of their victim. Thank you, Larry. I mean, it's year after year, decade after decade. They don't care. They get paid, and that's all they care. The same system they used to execute Jesus. I mean, it really is. And most likely also the other Jewish rabbis. No, if I could have got my cranial tissues massaged, I probably would have been okay. And they probably knew that, but they were thinking of it in a different aspect. Thank you, Larry. Mm. Again, I made several attempts to get back to massage, and they were on the other side. There's going to be a Bible study tonight on the Zoom. So she had already texted me. So we're still on for tonight. Thank you, Larry. Again, they're devils. And I've said it for years. They're causing crime instead of stopping crime. To come around later to stop a crime that you caused based upon all the efforts that I speak about, it's not to stop crime. Again, they will call evil good and good evil. So I'm not sure what's going on. I tried sleeping on my airbed last night. It didn't work. I ended up sleeping in the other bed. Well, I got 90 days to decide whether I keep this airbed or not. Right. Which is another great feature of Walmart. How many people did it is what came in. I couldn't tell you that. I'm sure it's tons of them all across the nation. Sitting in big lives, laughing, sipping on their whatever it is, and eating whatever it is they want to eat. Eating and drinking, marrying. It's like in the days of Noah. That makes me a possible danger because I bring that up, right? Well, they're touching in. I might as well talk about it when they touch in. I'm not the only person they do this to. They love doing it to veterans. That's one of their big things. So it turns out all this stuff on the right side of my face may include the sinuses, but it looks like it's cranial tissue driven. And it may have actually caused the ear the dysfunction. Mm. Mm. Oh, again, there's a responsibility. Again, you say, well, I thought you were a Christian and you're supposed to accept this and accept that. There's a responsibility to make sure things like that end. We're not supposed to sit there and just accept such criminality, such devilry. They're devils, man. They're out there as devils right now, watching me, trying to make me say or do something that they want me to say or do. And they go, well, we're just looking for a confession, brother. Oh, they're sick. Every last one of them sick. Been sick their whole life. The way I understood it, they did it when they were kids. God told me these people were devils inside when they were kids. Get off on bad things happening to the other students or the failed lives in the outcomes. They had decades to stop this thing. What is that? Is that the LDS? It's like a chat window. Oh, wow. Online store, find membership number, report website outage, chat with missionaries. I can chat with missionaries. Oh, wait. I thought it was like a chat. Let's see what it says there. No, it's just a chat bot. It's a chat bot, a missionary? No, what I was hoping for is they had missionaries assigned says, please go to this link. It says go to this link. So, click on the chat widget in the bottom right corner of the screen to begin a conversation with the missionaries. It doesn't look okay. Let's see if I can. Thanks, missionaries, for joining this chat. All right, let's see if they do show up. Okay. Thanks. Missionaries will join this chat shortly, so please keep it open while you're waiting. Please take a moment to provide us with feedback. I'm glad to hear that. Thank you for taking the time to help us improve our service. Missionaries will join the chat soon. No one is available at this time. You may continue to wait, or we can contact you when someone is available. I'm just going to leave it open and see if they ever show up. At least for now. Again, there's a series of disabilities over the years, which included prior hearing loss. I just found out the government owes me like 20 or 30%. I couldn't even get back to the like if I could have got to the government to ask for more disability for my hearing loss, I'd have been in a system and got the hearing aid and everything else through that system. So the VA actually owes me. Agreed. Look at you. No, they only first came alive. It's what caused the outcome. Right. Again, point me towards a church and it had been over instead of blocking me from the church. Right. But see, what do they actually want? What is the outcome they're looking for? Okay. So as devils, what they do, I'll let you know, they watch their victims. And they're looking for the outcomes they're willing. And you may start small. May start small. What they'll tell you is they're trying to help the person, help the community, keep things safe. But it doesn't play out. Well, scenarios are coming up in the future that Trump could be impeached. But I don't know if they're going to play out. Thank you, Larry. Again, just like I told you before about the various things that could happen if you went in certain directions. Thank you, Larry. Excuse me. Thanks, Larry. Well, if the Trump machine falls a certain measure out of disfavor, it could be impeached. Well, I mean, it's either that or they lose their jobs for the rest of the, they're gone, Again, it's not every congressman or senator. But there are people that would never think of it at this point that may think of it soon. Well, they expect the Republican Party to maintain a certain level of viability through whatever the president's doing and whatever his people are doing. Got that to release. So again, it's not about like an individual thing. It's again, if the party finds the only way up is to impeach Donald Trump, they might do it. I mean, again, when it comes to my life, it's like they're blocking things. Like all of a sudden, one day I wake up, they're like, well, we canceled your appointment for the hearing aid, and then I'm like, what? And they go, well, she's got to go to school and pick up her kid because something happened. And I'm like, and I'm thinking, this is nuts. And that's it. I'm looking for a hearing aid. That's it. I don't care what I find. I actually have to return one of them. It doesn't work well enough. It was actually, I liked the concept. It was just like a pair of black headphones, like Bluetooth headphones over the ear. It's a very simple look and all that, but it just either wasn't powerful enough or I wasn't doing it right or. Right. So, like, I was able to document what I was talking about as far as what was happening with my hearing. Hang on a second. So I took a hearing test before I had the thickened mucus flow, and my hearing was better than after the thickened mucus. I took another hearing test after that, and my hearing was worse. So I did document what was happening with that. Okay, I have to go. I can't wait for the missionaries, I guess. General conference is here. There's. All creatures of our God and King. German hymn. Okay, I need to turn the volume down a little because that stuff that's in my ear kind of moved out of my ear. Let's see if this works. turned it down a notch. At least I think it did. Well, like, see, I hear it a certain way. Maybe that you're not hearing it. I don't even know if you're all hearing it. Because I have a Bluetooth setting. So I have to take a look here. X, I guess. All right, I'm going to get offline real quick and see what I have. Stay peaceful. Praise God.